This is going to be my final review of the DOKIO 200 watt solar panels coming up. So I bought this 200 watt DOKIO solar panel August of 2018. It is now May of 2025, and this is going to be my final review because they are no longer working so great. Yes, I'm in the shade right now, and no, I was not testing them in the shade, but it is 98 degrees in Phoenix right now, so forgive me for wanting to record in the shade. But I had these set up at about noon, so you really can't get much stronger sun than that. They're angled towards the south, and they were plugged into my Anker C1000X, and we were only getting about 58 watts, I think is the peak that I saw going into the battery. For panels that are rated at 200 watts, that's a pretty significant downgrade. Now, I understand I've had them for 7 years, but I haven't been using them that often. As many of you said in my 3-year review video, that it's more like a 3-week review because I use them at minimum 1 week per year on my annual camping trip and then sporadically through other camping trips throughout. I would say that on the high end, 4 weeks a year for the last 7 years, and that's on the very high end. So they haven't been used that much. There's some fading on the fabric here. One of the handles has ripped off because the fabric has gotten brittle and deteriorated. And you can see while they're just sitting here, they're pretty flimsy. So you need to give them some support to prop them up, something to prop them up against. I was doing a log when I went camping. It didn't work all that great. And that's why I think that there are better options other than the DOKIO panels. And I understand the DOKIO panels are cheap. I just looked on Amazon. The 220 watt setup is like $132 right now. But if it's not gonna work or last, or it's gonna give you headaches and you need to carry extra things in order to prop it up, is it worth that savings? I don't know, that's up for you to decide. In those videos, I've also showed you these Renogy flexible panels. These are each 100 watts. When I plug both of these into the Anker C1000, I can get about 150 watts, whether I plug them in parallel or series. It's getting about 150 watts. This is my newest purchase right here. I just started playing with it. I just plugged it into the battery, and with just this panel, I was getting about 155 watts. This is a 200 watt Renogy, and I really like how compact it is, but I also like that it's still rigid enough that it's going to support itself. It's also got legs built into it to support itself. What I plan on doing is adding some Plastidip to the bottom of the legs and the bottom of the panels to keep dirt from getting into the fabric and getting the fabric all gross, because it is cloth, so I think it's gonna get kind of dirty. So I do plan on putting some Plastidip on the bottom of those. Now, I know that we got 3 different types of panels. I plugged them all into the Anker all at once, and we were still only getting 180 watts into the battery at most, with 600 watts plugged into it. What I want to do is get at least one more of the Renogys, then I'll plug the 2 Renogys in series, and that would be 400 watt in series, and see if that makes a difference and see if we can get more power going into that battery. But as far as the DOKIO panels go, I don't think that I recommend them. I think there are better panels out there. Yes, they do cost a little bit more. I'll put a link in the description for the Renogy panel if you're curious. I can't recommend that one just yet, just because I just started playing with it. But as far as the DOKIO, I think you should just spend a little bit more money and get something better. That's it for this video. We'll catch you on the next project. See ya.